Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the world of hidden treasures as we explore the four most expensive and ultra-rare U.S. coins, including the Susan B. Anthony Silver Dollar, the Sacagawea Gold Dollar, and the Jefferson Nickel with a rare P-Mint mark. Even in dirty or worn condition, these seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old coin, stick around, because you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, the 1973. The United States dollar coin often appears surrounded by dramatic stories, whispered legends, and bold claims that can turn an ordinary person into a billionaire overnight. But the real power of this coin lies not in fantasy, rather in understanding its history, rarity factors, and the collective psychology that drives value in the coin world. This coin belongs to the Eisenhower Dollar Series, named after President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a symbol of strength, leadership, and a changing America during the Cold War era. When people hear 1973 D dollar coin, their hearts race because Denver Mint coins were produced in massive numbers. Yet within those millions, tiny details separate common metal from extraordinary treasure. The Denver Mint struck the 1973 D Eisenhower dollar in a period when the United States was moving away from silver circulating coins and into copper-nickel clad compositions. This transition created confusion, hoarding, and speculation that still echoes today. Many people believe every 1973 D dollar is rare, but the truth is far more interesting. While standard circulation strikes are common, certain examples become priceless due to condition, minting anomalies, and collector demand that explodes when perfection meets history. One of the biggest myths involves the so-called gold sticker, or round gold-colored seal attached to some 1,973 dollar coins. These stickers were not placed by the U.S. Mint and do not automatically make the coin valuable. In many cases, these were added by private sellers, novelty marketers, or overseas traders to create artificial mystery. However, when such a coin is found in truly untouched fine to mint state condition, the sticker becomes part of its story, not its value, and seasoned collectors focus only on the metal strike and surface quality beneath it. Where the real money begins is condition. A normal 1973 D Eisenhower dollar that circulated heavily is worth little more than face value, but a sharply struck example with blazing luster, no bag marks, strong details in Eisenhower's hair, and a clean eagle on a reverse can climb rapidly in value. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services become extremely rare because Denver minted dollars were often stored in bags that caused surface damage before ever reaching the public. Errors are where fortunes whisper instead of shout. A 1973 D dollar with a genuine mint error, such as a double die, off-center strike, clip planchet, or wrong metal composition, can shock the market. These are not everyday finds, but when discovered and authenticated, they become headline coins. Some error Eisenhower dollars have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, not because they're old, but because they're impossible to repeat. Collectors sometimes confuse dreams with reality, imagining that any 1973 D dollar is secretly worth millions. In truth, coins reach million-dollar levels only when they combine extreme rarity, historic importance, flawless condition, and elite collector competition. The 1973 D dollar does not normally reach that level, but specific high-grade or error examples can still change a person's financial direction if recognized correctly and not sold blindly. History adds emotional value. The Eisenhower dollar represents America's final steps toward large circulating dollar coins, a time when the public rejected heavy coins in favor of paper money. Because of this, many Eisenhower dollars sat untouched in vaults, collections, and foreign markets. Coins rediscovered decades later in original condition ignite excitement because they are time capsules of a vanished monetary experiment. Many people damage their own fortunes by cleaning, polishing, or altering these coins, believing shine equals value. In reality, cleaning destroys collector worth instantly. A naturally aged coin with honest surfaces is far more desirable than one scrubbed to artificial brightness. If someone truly believes they hold a special 1973 D dollar, the smartest move is patience, protection, and professional evaluation, not quick selling. The internet has amplified exaggeration, but real collectors rely on facts, grading, and provenance. Stories of overnight billionaires usually ignore the years of research, discipline, and luck involved in true numismatic success. Coins reward knowledge, not hope. The 1973 D-dollar teaches this lesson perfectly, standing at the crossroads of myth and reality. What gives this coin its enduring fascination is that it looks ordinary to the untrained eye. It hides its secrets quietly, demanding careful study rather than excitement. Every mark, letter, rim, and surface reflection tells a story that only trained eyes can read. This is why one coin sells for $1 and another for thousands. In the end, the 1973 United States dollar coin does not promise instant billions, but offers something more powerful: a chance to learn how real wealth in coins is created. The year 2000 was not just the start of a new millennium for America, it was also the birth of one of the most talked about modern U.S. dollar coins ever released, the Sacagawea Golden Dollar. When people hear 2000D dollar coin with a gold look, excitement instantly rises. Stories explode across markets, and sellers whisper promises of overnight fortune, life-changing wealth, and secret coins worth millions. The truth, however, is far more fascinating than the fantasy, and understanding that truth is what truly protects your fortune instead of destroying it. The 2000D Sacagawea dollar was struck at the Denver Mint and introduced to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. The U.S. Mint wanted a coin that Americans would actually use, so they created a smooth-edged dollar with a warm golden color, honoring Sacagawea, the Native American woman who guided Lewis and Clark. That gold color is not gold at all. It is a manganese-brass clad composition, chosen only for appearance and durability, not precious metal value. From the very beginning, this coin was never rare in normal form, because hundreds of millions were made. The myth of unimaginable value usually begins with the words gold sticker, round holder, or special edition. These stickers and plastic holders were not issued by the U.S. Mint. They were added later by private marketing companies that sold ordinary Sacagawea dollars to collectors at inflated prices by making them look exclusive. The sticker does not increase rarity, history, or metal value. It only increases confusion. Many people today still believe that the sticker proves the coin is special, but in the numismatic world, serious collectors completely ignore such additions. Now comes the part where confusion turns into legend. Some Sacagawea dollars from the year 2000 truly are valuable, but not because of stickers, shine, or the letter D alone. A very small number of experimental pieces were struck on different planchets or paired with mule errors, such as a famous 2000-piece Sacagawea dollar struck with a Washington quarter obverse. Those coins are real, documented, and have sold for very high prices because they were mint errors discovered by chance, not marketed fantasies. Importantly, those coins are not identified by stickers and are not common circulation finds. A normal 2000D Sacagawea dollar, even in fine or extremely fine condition, does not carry million-dollar power in circulated condition. It is generally worth close to face value. Even uncirculated examples, unless they are certified at very high grades or proven to be a true mint error, remain modest in value. This is not disappointment. It is protection. Many people lose money by believing hype and selling real coins cheaply while chasing fake dreams, or by overpaying for coins dressed up to look rare. The history of this coin is still meaningful, even without exaggerated numbers. The Sacagawea dollar represents a turning point in American coin design, honoring Native American contribution, and introducing modern alloy technology. It reflects how the U.S. Mint tried to balance symbolism, usability, and public acceptance. Its failure to circulate widely was not due to design, but because Americans preferred paper dollars. That historical lesson alone makes the coin worth understanding, even if it doesn't make someone a billionaire overnight. True fortune in coin collecting does not come from believing every dramatic claim. It comes from knowledge, patience, and verification. Coins that sell for hundreds of thousands or millions are documented, certified, and studied for years. They do not appear suddenly with stickers, bold fonts, and dramatic promises. Anyone telling you a normal 2000D gold-colored dollar will change your life overnight is selling hope, not history. If you own a 2000D Sacagawea dollar, the smartest move is not panic selling or blind holding, but proper identification. Remove emotion, remove the sticker from your mind, and focus on facts like weight, strike, die alignment, metal composition, and professional grading. That is how real treasure is separated from noise. The coin world rewards wisdom, not wishes. In the end, the most powerful thing about the 2000 dollar coin is not imaginary millions, but the lesson it teaches. Never let hype decide your future. Let knowledge protect your wealth. Coins do not change destiny overnight, but understanding them can prevent destiny from being stolen. And that, in the real world of numismatics, is the greatest value of all. The year 1973 holds a mysterious place in American coin history, especially when people talk about United States dollar coins. Many collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday people believe that a single old dollar coin from 1973 can secretly be worth millions and change a person's life overnight. This belief did not come from nowhere. It grew from decades of confusion, rare mint stories, experimental coins, and misunderstood markings that still circulate today. When someone sees a heavy dollar coin with a mint mark, a golden sticker, or a strange surface, especially in dirty or worn condition, the imagination starts running wild. People begin to believe they are holding a sleeping giant of wealth in their hands. In 1973, the United States officially produced Eisenhower dollar coins, named after President Dwight D. Eisenhower. These coins were large, bold, and powerful in appearance, symbolizing American strength during a changing era. However, what makes 1973 special is not just what was made, but what was not made. For regular circulation, no Eisenhower dollar coins were officially released for public use in 1973. This single fact alone has created decades of rumors, confusion, and hope. When something is missing from history, legends are born. People believe that if a $1,973 exists outside official records, it must be extremely rare, possibly priceless. Collectors know that the U.S. Mint did strike 1973 Eisenhower dollars, but only for collectors, not for everyday spending. These coins were made in Philadelphia and Denver and sold in special mint sets. Because they were not meant to circulate, most examples remain in high condition today. This is why a dirty or heavily worn $1,973 coin raises eyebrows. People ask how such a coin could exist in circulation if it was never officially released. That question alone fuels stories of secret test strikes, experimental planchets, and mint errors that escaped unnoticed. Over the years, stories have spread about mysterious gold-colored $1,973 coins. Some people believe these coins were struck on the wrong metal, possibly experimental alloys or foreign planchets. Others think the gold color comes from plating, stickers, or environmental damage. In reality, the U.S. Mint has a long history of testing metals quietly, and a genuine off-metal strike from the wrong material can indeed be extremely valuable. Such coins are not common, and when authenticated, they can sell for astonishing amounts. This is where the idea of million-dollar value begins. Not from the date alone, but from a mistake hidden within the metal. Mint marks play a powerful role in these fortune stories. A small letter beneath Eisenhower's neck can completely change a coin's destiny. Coins struck at different mints tell different stories. Sometimes dies were polished too much. Sometimes details disappeared. Sometimes alignment errors occurred. These tiny differences are invisible to untrained eyes, but are life-changing to serious collectors. A rare die error or a unique strike combination can elevate a normal coin into legendary status. This is why experts always warn people never to clean or spend an unusual coin too quickly. The idea that a dirty coin could be worth more than a clean one shocks many people. Dirt can hide secrets. Cleaning can destroy evidence. Scratches, discoloration, and strange textures sometimes prove authenticity rather than reduce it. Professional graders look for untouched surfaces, even if they appear ugly. A coin that looks worthless to a shopkeeper might be priceless to a specialist. This is why stories exist of people spending rare coins for face value, never realizing what they had in their pocket. Many viral stories exaggerate values and promise overnight billions, but the truth is more subtle and more powerful. Coins that sell for extreme prices usually combine multiple factors: rarity, mystery, historical importance, and official authentication. A true 1973 Eisenhower dollar struck on the wrong metal, verified by experts, and tied to mint documentation, would instantly become one of the most important modern U.S. coins ever discovered. Such a coin would not just be valuable, it would rewrite part of American numismatic history. History teaches us that the greatest treasures are often ignored at first. The 1913 Liberty nickel was once dismissed as a rumor. Today it is one of the most famous coins on Earth. The same pattern fuels belief in undiscovered 1,973 dollar rarities. People continue searching through old collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten drawers, hoping to find something that should not exist. That hope is powerful, and sometimes history proves it right. If you believe you own a strange $1,973 coin, the greatest mistake is rushing to sell it cheaply or trusting unverified opinions. True value is never decided by a pawn shop counter. It is decided by time, patience, and expert verification. Fortune-changing coins are rare not